My husband's mistress showed up at our door with a baby. I welcomed her in with a smile and offered her tea while my husband stood frozen in the hallway, his face drained of color. Emma, this is Vanessa, I said calmly to our 8-year-old daughter who was doing homework at the dining table. She's a friend of Daddy's who needs our help. 3 hours earlier, I had been organizing our tax documents when I found hotel receipts, jewelry store purchases, and text messages on my husband's connected iPad. 5 years of marriage, and I discovered he'd been living a double life for the past 2 years. I called my sister in tears. She urged me to confront him immediately, but something stopped me. I needed time to think. Then the doorbell rang. There stood a beautiful woman clutching a baby who couldn't have been more than 3 months old. The infant had my husband's distinctive hazel eyes and cleft chin. I'm sorry to show up like this, she said, her voice trembling, but he stopped answering my calls when I told him I was keeping the baby. I have nowhere else to go. My husband finally found his voice. Melissa, I can explain. Not now, David, I interrupted. Vanessa looks exhausted. The baby needs changing. I led her to our living room, where family photos of our perfect life lined the walls, Hasimaldos of our wedding, Emma's birth, family vacations. A while he was building a parallel life. How long? I asked her quietly while David paced in the kitchen. 2 years, she replied, confirming what the receipts had shown. He told me you were separated, just staying together for your daughter. I only learned the truth last month. I nodded, watching as her baby, my husband's son, wrapped his tiny hand around my finger. I am not here to ruin your life, she continued. I just thought you deserved to know, and honestly, I needed him to face what he's done. Emma wandered over, fascinated by the baby. He looks like Daddy, she observed innocently. Yes, he does, I agreed, meeting my husband's panicked gaze across the room. I made up the guest bedroom for Vanessa and the baby that night. David slept on the couch, sending me desperate texts, begging to explain as if there could be any explanation. The next morning, I served breakfast to everyone, including Vanessa. David watched in confused terror as I helped her feed the baby. I've made some decisions, I announced. First, I've called a lawyer. Second, I've transferred half our savings to my personal account. And third, I smiled at Vanessa. I've invited Vanessa to stay until she figures out her next steps. David dropped his coffee mug. You are helping her? No, I corrected him. I'm helping your son, and showing Emma what real strength looks like. I handed David a suitcase I'd packed during the night. I told her everything as he stood speechless in our doorway. I added, oh, and the locksmith is coming at noon. I suggest you take everything you need now. I closed the door in my husband's face and turned to find Emma watching me. Is Daddy in trouble? She asked. Yes, I answered honestly, but we're going to be just fine.